Happy Wednesday and welcome to another video edition of Typing with My Nails. I have my friend Hugh here with me. Hugh is a gift from my friend Mary. Hello, Mary. Hi, Mary. So this makes me Mother of Dragons, I hope. So Hugh is a big help. He's there for inspiration. And we're going to talk about inspiration today because I am looking at a new project to get the material from my On Beyond fanfic and from fanfiction, fantastic fiction courses into ebook form. I'll be talking about a little beta test of that soon, so keep tuned. But first of all, I'd like to talk a little bit about it, in case you're not sure what fanfiction is, or you might have an idea that it's only to play with. Merriam-Webster's Dictionary calls fanfiction stories involving popular fictional characters that are written by fans, often posted on the internet, called also fanfic or just fic. But it's also more than that. It can also be a way to start or restart the creative fires of your own creativity. Creative fires of creativity. Okay, yeah, and they pay me to use words. Fanfiction is a good tool for sparking original fiction for two reasons. You can get started, or you can get back on track. And I've used it to do both in the past. All writers have to start somewhere. And most of us are going to have to get back on track at some point. Maybe even totally reinvent ourselves into a different genre, a different tone, a different market. If you've been out of the market for a while, it's going to be a whole new world when you come back to it. And that's something I've found out. So fanfiction is a way to tap into the media that you love and turn it into the stories that your readers will love. From a certain perspective, it's all fanfiction. Think about it. With few exceptions, we talk about characters, ideas, places, and times that we love, that interest us or intrigue us. Even when we write about things that we don't, those things spark a strong emotion and or curiosity, and we need to use that. In case you're wondering why I'm looking down, I am reading from the handouts for the last time I taught this workshop, and I will make those available. Or you can just email me at anacbowling@gmail.com and ask. Most of us can identify a very popular book series, now a big budget movie, we're not going to call its name, which started out as an erotic take on another phenomenally popular book-to-movie series. And that's no surprise. Fanfiction has been around and in the mainstream for far longer than you might suspect. Let's look at the historical fiction genre. How many novels have we read about the wives of Henry VIII, or the life of Cleopatra, or the American Civil War? And those are not straight biographies, they're fictional takes. And the writers go into those because, hey, there's something different I want to do with that. There's another angle I want to look at. What if this happened? What if that happened? Fairy tale retellings, from realistic to fantastical or science fiction or horror, romance, young adult, anything you want to do. Star Wars is an homage to Japanese drama. And we know there's Star Wars fan fiction, but Star Wars is actually could be considered fan fiction of Japanese dramas. Clueless was a modern retelling of Jane Austen's Emma. American TV adapts British TV so often. The Office, Broadchurch. Can you think of others? I bet you can. What we're talking about here is learning to use these techniques for inspiration, not imitation. And there's two questions that I like to ask when we're talking about this. What if and what else? What if the bad guy were the good guy? Every villain is the hero of his own story, you know. What if X didn't happen, or what if it happened differently? How I Met Your Mother fans, you know what I'm talking about. What if this contemporary story happened in a historical setting, or what if it was the other way around? Or maybe the far future. Star Trek was a wagon train to the stars, and that turned out pretty well. What else could your hero or villain do to get their goal than what we saw in canon? How else could my favorite character's dominant personality trait manifest? The possibilities are endless. So I'm going to leave you today with the first rule of Fic Club. There are no rules. As with original fiction, and you can totally get there, write what you want to write, gloves off, balls to the wall, helmet for leather, no restraints, no inner critic. Pick a source material you love and go after it with all you've got and make it your own. In my workshops, we look at why we love the things we love, how to take those things out, and move them into your original world so that you're telling your story and not anybody else's. So marry, bury, rock somebody's world, especially your own, because nobody can do it like you. If you want to learn more about that, stay tuned, because we're going there.